Hi guys, my name is April and this is my Only April DIY channel. Today we're gonna be making a spring-inspired macrame wall hanging with the leaves and branches, and yeah, it's gonna be magical. A few months ago I made my first ever macrame wall hanging and you guys loved it so much and been constantly asking me to make another one. If you watched my previous video and if you haven't, then you highly recommend it because I'm gonna be repeating a lot from the last time. So if you watched that video, you probably seen that I enjoyed dyeing the cotton rope to create this natural dyes, and yeah, so I was playing around with the pink, brown and blue, and today I decided to try to get green because green is such a beautiful color and it reminds us of spring, right? So here we are, we're gonna make this awesome macrame, and also we're gonna dye the rope in green color and also some other colors. So yeah, keep watching because that's gonna be fun. So basically I'll walk you through this easy step-by-step tutorial how to make the same wall macrame hanging. Let's get to it. I started out by cutting 30 ropes into approximately 9 feet long each. Because remember, when you're preparing a macrame and you're trying to figure out like how long the ropes should be, it should be 4 times longer than the length of the macrame that you're trying to make. Then go ahead, make lark's head knots all the way through. I'm not showing it here. Then make horizontal double half hitch knots from right to left, slowly making a wave to go down. Horizontal double half hitch knot is quite simple. I previously showed you in my other macrame video how to make it step by step. So I'm not going to be slowing down for that. Let's just continue working. Okay, so this part is so much less intimidating than it seems. So just give it a try, watch what I'm doing, and I'm sure you can make that one too. So let's make this branch with leaves. Okay, so to make this branch it was really fun. I mean, it was quite challenging at first and it seemed quite challenging, but it's not that bad. Start from the right side and make double half hitch knots, slowly moving down, pretty much the same as we did before. After approximately 3 inches, start working on the leaf. Slowly start moving left and up, still making double half hitch knots and creating a shape of the leaf. So it might get a bit complicated when you need to turn back to close the leaf. So to do it, use the same thread that you used before and just change the direction of the knots. So the knots would go backwards to the right. Then you use your last knot and make another one right under in the direction to the right. Does it make sense? I mean, if it doesn't, then just watch what I'm doing because it's really hard to explain all these knots in words. When you finish the leaf, pick up a near thread and continue making the branch to your left. Make sure that the thread that you're gonna take is not gonna tie the branch and the whole macrame to one side. Then you need to expand the branch and add more leaves as you go. I had to redo a few leaves since they got a bit tied up and we're changing the lines to the side. Because remember, what you're trying to achieve here is try to make the macrame look straight. The threads that are not used, that they're looking straight and not tied to one of the sides, because then it would become a bit messy. You can change the shape of the leaves till you make another row, so don't be shy and try it a few different times. It's not that complicated to undo your macrame. You can just pick it up where you left from, and if you see that the area is not looking right, just undo it and start over. When you're completely satisfied with the branch, you can continue working on your macrame. Make double half hitch knots throughout your macrame and add another row a bit under. With this, you're trying to make a base that we're going to be working on later. So then I got to this new type of knots that I tried, and honestly I was trying to find the name of this knot, but I couldn't. So if you know the name of the knot, please let me know. I would love to edit my blog and put the right name for it. It's very effortless to make, but looks so interesting and reminding me of swirls in the sky. So you just simply don't tie it too hard, so there is a bit of spacing in between the knots. That's gonna look nicer, or maybe don't. I mean, it's so up to you. Okay, so what happened last time is that it seems I made a little mistake. I mean, not so really little, because I didn't use mordant or kind of like a fixative for the natural dye to stick to the cotton rope. So that caused the color to fade over time. I mean, not a lot, but a little bit. I mean, it still looks good, but still, we want to try and avoid this mistake this time. So I'm gonna be using salt as a mordant, and I'm gonna mix it up with water, boil my ropes in water, and then soak it in color. I hope that's gonna work. So I'm probably gonna add a lot of spinach, but to make a different shades, I'm just not gonna keep some of the threads for too long inside. I hope that's gonna work. We're roughly gonna chop the spinach up so it can give us all the juices. I'm probably gonna add more of spinach. So we're gonna put our ropes to the salty water, and then we're gonna wait for an hour. It's gonna simmer for an hour, and hopefully that's gonna help the color to stick. Okay, so while this one is simmering, we're making the spinach dye. So check out, I think I put too much water in there. I think I did. I think I'm gonna add more spinach. So I just ended up putting a whole pound of spinach inside the pot because I think I added too much water in the beginning, but let's still hope for the best, okay? Okay, not sure what I'm doing wrong, but the water is almost gone. And look at this, the color is still not as intense as I was hoped it would be. I'm just gonna leave it there for a while because I'm not sure if the color gonna set in or not, but let's hope it will. Okay, so even after 24 hours, you see it's like such a muddy water. It's not green that I wanted, so yeah, I'm very disappointed. Not to call it quits, but I'm not sure how to get the green color. If you have any suggestions, please leave me the comments below. I would love to know because this has been so frustrating. So I decided just to use food coloring and try to do it with the food coloring to get my perfect green. Last year I dyed play silks for my kids in food dye, and you can find them on my blog, that tutorial, and it turned out so amazing. So I thought to give it a try on the rope as well. I boiled 3-4 liters of water and added 2 cups of vinegar to it. Then I added food coloring. Then I dipped my ropes into this water and just let it simmer for like a little bit. Took it out and rinsed it under cold water and then let it dry. I mean, the color itself is way more nicer in my opinion than the one that I got from spinach, so I decided to go with it. You know what got me thinking? Always compare your color to the original, because I didn't do it when I tried it with spinach, and now looking back I think maybe I made a mistake of not comparing my spinach colored ropes with the original, because maybe it didn't really seem like a good color separately, but actually compared to a macrame rope it would be looking nice. So you never know, so check your color with the original. At first I was thinking to add another color, pink, but then I decided that it's probably gonna look nice and more calm with less green and less color, so I decided to make this cobra weaving in the original natural color roped, and yeah, just like add some green accents here and there. So what I did, I added the braid with the green, and then also on the bottom left I used the cobra weaving with the green, but most of the cobra weaving, as you see, it is a natural color. Then I thought that it probably would be nice also to add some fringe in green color to give it a bit of pop of spring. Do you want to know what lessons I've learned from making this macrame? Is that sometimes you get like so overly obsessed with an idea, and maybe it's better at times to just let it go. So for me in this case, I didn't let it go with the green color, and it caused me so much distress because I was so frustrated about this green and it didn't look at all like the way I wanted it to look. But well, I still love this macrame. It still looks cute. Don't you think so? Macrame is such a therapeutic craft. Have you ever tried it yet? I dare you to try it. And when you do, please tag me on Instagram and I would love to feature your beautiful work. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell button to be notified when I'm posting new videos. It's gonna help my channel to grow so I can inspire more of you guys with the awesome DIYs, and we're gonna spread the DIY goodness all over the place. I'll see you next week. Bye!